Martell Holt really thought he was about to shake the table, but instead, Owen shut him all the way down. So apparently, Martell had this big idea, right? He wanted Arion Curry, yes, that Arion, to join the show and basically take center stage. Like, sir what? As if viewers haven't had enough of her name being dragged through the storyline already. But OWN executives weren't having it. They straight up told him, nope, not happening. And honestly, can you blame them? Fans would have tuned out so fast it would have been embarrassing. And I need you to stay with me till the end, because what's coming next about Melody Shari, Kimmy Scott, Letitia Scott, Maurice Scott, and even Miss Wanda is something you don't want to miss. See, here's the thing. Martell's whole presence on the show has slowly become less about growth and more about chaos. He's not showing consistent co-parenting. He's not bringing us successful business ventures. He's not even giving us genuine development. What he is giving is recycled drama, flashbacks of his affair, and constant attempts to use Arion's name to stay relevant. And fans are catching on. They're saying, if Arion is Martell's main storyline, then why is Martell even here? That right there is the problem. Without her, he doesn't have much to talk about. And with her, it's draining. Either way, it's a lose-lose situation. Now, OWN isn't blind. They've been keeping their ear to the ground, watching social media, listening to the fans. And let's be real, the fans have been loud. They've been saying they are tired of fake redemption arcs, tired of Martell playing the victim, and tired of Arion's name being tossed around like she's already a cast member. Imagine what would have happened if she was actually promoted to full-time. Whew, the ratings would have crashed hard. OWN knows that. And that's exactly why they pulled the plug on Martell's plan. And let's be honest, the energy on the show has shifted. Back in the day, when the series first started, it was about family, love, building, and even a little inspiration. But somewhere along the line, the show turned into fights, petty arguments, and chaos that just doesn't feel fun anymore. Even the new cast members like Keiki Jabbar and Stormy Steele, they've been brought in to freshen things up, but fans say it feels forced. People are saying it's like production is just patching things together instead of giving us authentic storylines with the original crew. And I'm telling you now, the more OWN pushes these manufactured arcs, the more fans check out. But don't click off because I've got some insider tea about Melody's future that's gonna shock you. One of the biggest hints that OWN executives are worried came from Melody Shari herself. Y'all noticed how she's been distancing herself? No reposting promos, no hyping up the show on social media, and instead posting cryptic quotes like, "Sometimes the silence speaks louder than the noise." That's not by accident. That's Melody letting it be known she's done entertaining the nonsense. And word on the street is that Melody might be getting her own spin-off. A fresh start, away from Martell, away from Arion, away from all the recycled chaos. Now tell me that wouldn't be a win, but hold up because the cracks aren't just showing with Melody. Stormy Steele came out in a now-deleted story saying, "Y'all don't even know half of what we deal with behind the scenes." Destiny Payton even liked shady comments about how far things have gone. Kimmy Scott and Maurice Scott, they've been giving less screen time, which fans hate because people actually respect Kimmy's maturity. Even Letitia Scott and Marceau. Scott are feeling the pressure because Miss Wanda is always out here stirring the pot and pulling the spotlight in messy directions. All of that adds up to one thing. The cast is over it. And when the cast is over it, the fans feel it. So let's circle back to Martell. His plan to use Arion Curry as his lifeline completely backfired. OWN executives don't see her as a star. They see her as a liability. And here's the truth. She's not bringing inspiration. She's not bringing healing. She's not bringing growth. She's bringing the same affair storyline we've been hearing about for years. Fans aren't stupid. They know when a storyline is authentic, and they know when something is forced. And forcing Arion on this show would have been the last straw for so many loyal viewers. The more Martell tries to center Arion, the more desperate he looks. He's had opportunities to show us growth. He could have built his business empire. He could have worked on co-parenting with Melody in a positive way. He could have given us a redemption arc that actually sticks. But instead, he falls back into the same cycle, blaming others, stirring drama, and dragging Arion into the spotlight. That's why OWN had to step in, because if they let Martell keep running with this plan, the whole show could have gone down. And y'all know what the fans are saying? They're saying they're watching out of habit now, not excitement. They're waiting for something new, waiting for growth, waiting for authentic storytelling. But every season, it's Martell gaslighting Melody, Martell dropping Arion's name, and the rest of the cast looking exhausted. People are tired of the reruns. They don't want to waste their Saturday nights on recycled mess. And if Owen doesn't make changes soon, fans are warning they'll walk away for good. But here's the kicker, and this is why you gotta keep watching this video until the end. Owen is rumored to be making big decisions. If the show doesn't clean up its energy, if it doesn't shift back to authentic family and growth-centered stories, there's even talk that the network could pull the plug entirely. Imagine that. No reunion, no final words from Melody, no accountability for Martell, no closure for the fans who've stuck around since season 1. Just an abrupt ending. And the sad part? It would all circle back to Martell's obsession with forcing Arion into the spotlight. So where does this leave everybody? Well, Melody Shari looks like she's moving forward no matter what. Fans love her resilience, her businesses, her music, and her motherhood journey. If she does get that solo show, it could be the reset everybody's waiting for. Kimmy Scott and Maurice Scott still have the respect of the fans, so there's space for them to shine if production gives them the focus they deserve. Letitia Scott and Marceau Scott, they've got to figure out how to balance the mess Miss Wanda brings with something deeper. Stormy Steele? Fans are still split, but if she shows her real life more authentically, she could connect better. Destiny Payton? Well, the jury's still out, but fans are always ready to give grace if they see genuine change. Meanwhile, Martell Holt, he's at a crossroads. His last plan failed, the executives aren't on his side, and the fans are done with the victim act. He can either truly grow, truly build, and show something real, or he can keep clinging to the past and risk being remembered as the man who dragged down a whole show with him. The choice is his. But one thing's for sure, Owen is not about to gamble their show's survival on Arion Curry. That ship has sailed and it's not coming back. And listen, we're not even at the end of the tea yet. Because if Melody really does branch off and succeed with her own show, what happens to Martell then? Without Melody, without Arion, without a strong storyline of his own, what's left for him to hold on to? That's the real question fans are asking. And y'all, the answer doesn't look too promising. So keep watching, because as this story unfolds, it's about to get even messier, and you're gonna want all the details. Oh, and let's not forget how the viewers themselves are shifting the narrative. Every time Melody posts something uplifting or celebrates a new business move, the comments flood in with support, love, and encouragement. But when Martell jumps online, whew, it's a completely different story. People drag him, question his motives, and remind him of the chaos he created. That online reception says a lot. Fans aren't falling for the poor me act anymore. They're holding him accountable in real time, and it's only making his image worse. And if we're being real, Arion isn't helping him either. Anytime she pops off on social media, instead of keeping things classy, it's full of shade, frustration, and bitterness. That energy reflects back on Martell because at the end of the day, she's tied to his name whether he likes it or not. If Martell wanted to rebuild his brand, the last thing he needed was to drag Arion into the spotlight again. Owen knew it, the fans knew it, and now Martell is left scrambling to figure out his next move. Meanwhile, Melody is proving every day that you don't need to entertain the negativity to win. Her silence, her focus, her dedication to her kids, and her career. It's louder than any rant or messy storyline. That's why fans call her the true face of resilience. And honestly, if Martell doesn't wake up soon, his kids will see the difference too. One parent moving forward with strength, and another stuck in the same cycle. And y'all, that's the kind of legacy that lasts way longer than a TV contract.